I got to see a Dreamliner. Welcome to Just World YouTube channel, where we talk about travel, finance, personal development, and community service. In today's video, we are going to travel with you from Nairobi to Mombasa, Kenya. And on this day, we are using flight 748. Our flight was at 8:30, and so here it's about some minutes to 8. I think it was about 20 minutes to 8 when we were getting to the airport, so we were on time. So this is going to be a series of our travel experience, and it is going to involve being hosted. It's going to involve living as a family in a villa and living as a family in an apartment. We are also going to share different experiences during our holiday and some of the activities you can do when you're in Mombasa, which are free, some come at a cost, and just the different experiences you can enjoy. This travel series is going to form part of our Vlogmas. What is Vlogmas, you may ask? Vlogmas is a period where YouTube creators post videos every day in December leading up to Christmas. This may not be possible because of other personal engagements, and therefore what we will do, we are going to post as much as we can. So if we miss out on a day, please bear with us. Flight 748 is on Terminal 2 at JKIA. Ensure you tell either your cab guy or your Uber guy so that you don't find yourself on the other side and you get to walk. At this point, we have already checked in. They don't have an online check-in, so you just check in at the airport. And now we are headed to the aircraft. We used the van because my mom is a senior citizen, and I found it to be a very nice gesture to ensure that your passengers are okay. We are now in the aircraft. Remember, we had to check in because we get priority by virtue of having a senior citizen. And we are now waiting for people to board. Where are you traveling to this Christmas, if at all you are traveling? Comment down below. For us, we are done with the travel, maybe for the year, unless duty calls. We are now set for travel. And as you can see, we have already ascended and we are en route Mombasa, Kenya. What I noted during this travel is that mask is no longer a requirement, and surprisingly, it was just my mom and I with a mask. At some point, this travel is going to involve part of my family, and I would like to share some insights of what we went through to plan for the travel. Touchdown, county number 001, Mombasa, Kenya. We thank God for journey mercies. Over there is a jumbo jet aircraft landing.
I keep a photograph in which we were in love, caught in your eyes, waiting for the sunrise. I barely even knew who you were. What did you do? I didn't care, 'cause you were perfect, I swear. But somebody told me that.
And for the very first time, I got to see a Dreamliner with my naked eyes. I have only seen it in movies, I have only seen it in photos. That blue aircraft is the Dreamliner. I was so excited like a 2-year-old. Comment down below with your first experience flying, or if you are excited like me for seeing the Dreamliner.
You wanna know what's beginning of love? You look so high, but you can't see enough. Just find it and take it, don't let regret it. Make me your only one. You choose it, don't lose it, don't let go.
Hello good people, hope you're doing well. Thank you for watching this video this far, and on this part we are going to just share a few insights when it comes to preparing for travel for a group of people, whether you're friends or family. So the first thing that you have to come up with, you need to have a budget, and for you to make the budget easy, you need to have a leader or two. Actually, two are better. And I would say a lady and a gentleman, so that the aspects that you really need to have a look at, they are really considered when the consideration is going on. And the leader is supposed to come up with a budget, come up with the plans and the activities that you're going to do, the travel plans and all that. And when it comes to the budget, I'm not going to dwell much on it because I've already shared different videos when it comes to travel. You can always check them out on this channel. And yeah, so let's head straight to the planning process. So to be very honest, on this travel, we didn't sit down as a group and plan for the budget. And I would call it a learning experience because going forward, we will first of all plan ahead as a group. In this case, we had planned individually and we were just coming together now to just share the expenses. But I feel like if we had planned as a group earlier, even the finances, it would have worked even better. Okay, so learning point, plan even the budget as a group. The next thing is you need to check out activities that you're going to do during your travel. And of course, when you're sharing with the team, you need to share the weather and the different activities that you can do at your destination. For instance, the weather can stop you from touring sites because if it is raining, then it means you will not be able to move around as much. The next thing is, actually, it is not the next thing, it is the key thing. Of course, accommodation and food. So for accommodation, we had different challenges identifying a house or a place to stay because of the large numbers you need to get. And what we intended to achieve is to stay in one house as a family. It actually worked, and to be honest, I loved it. And keep it here for the series because the people who are in attendance will be sharing their experiences and what they enjoyed and what they did not like. And maybe that will be our learning point for our next planning. So when it comes to the accommodation, you really have to be cognizant of whether you want an Airbnb, a hotel, or just rooms. And for a larger group, I would think an Airbnb is a bit more cost friendly. That is if you're on a strained budget. But if your budget is okay, you're not straining, then it means I would suggest a hotel to be ideal because you can get all the services without even lifting a finger. Okay, so for us, our budget could not allow us to stay in the hotel, and therefore we had to get an Airbnb, and we got a villa. Yeah. For the food, we were not in our usual town, so we had to experience different foods, and therefore we decided first to shop, and we really did a major shopping to an extent that on the day that we were leaving, we could not even go to eat out, because it's either we finish the food or we leave the food or we carry the food. And since it was already there, we just decided to cook. If you're not following us on Just Cuisine, you're missing out, because all the cooking happens there. Okay, so please subscribe. So at some point we would go out, at other points we would just eat indoors, and we'll just make dinner as well as we were chit-chatting. You will see in subsequent videos. So depending on your budget, take a accommodation, which is a hotel, where you just pay for all the services to be catered. When it comes to the Airbnb, you can get a caterer to take care of your cooking. But in our case, we actually enjoyed cooking as a group, because we were just chit-chatting and sharing stories, just having an easy evening after a busy day with different activities. Again, the activities are coming up on this channel. Other thing you need to have in place is booking your travel, of course, after you identify your destination and your accommodation. And what people are advised, if you can, use different modes of transport. And if you're using the same mode of transport, don't use the same transport in case of anything. And God forbid, we always pray for safety. In this case, especially for us, we were traveling as a family. So you can imagine what would happen if something happens. But we thank God that everything went well. And also, when you're traveling around the sites that you'll be visiting, it is always advisable that you split the in different cars, so that at least the risk is distributed. Remember, accidents are not planned, but they can happen. So we always have to put that in mind. The next thing is involve everyone in the group when you're coming up with activities. Imagine you're part of the group and no one has told you that this and that is what you are expected, especially when a group involves different ages. Like for instance, there are smaller kids, there are maybe slightly bigger kids, and then there are adults. You have to be cognizant that you will not always enjoy the different activities that you will find at your destination. I think those are the major highlights that were a learning point for us, and I think it's something you can consider. So from the airport, we headed to our relative's house. And one of the things that I learned, or I would say was what was going on in my mind at that point, is I would say I had mixed reaction. Sorry, I would say I had mixed feeling, because at first I was feeling like, am I going to be a bother at someone's house, especially considering most of the times that I travel, I I feel I usually do Airbnb and hotels and maybe those accommodations. On the other hand, I was looking forward to meeting my relatives and bonding with my relatives. But one thing I am sure about is that I really enjoying spending time with my family, and I actually wonder why I had mixed feeling. But remember, if you're used to not bothering people, it's like you're not sure how the reaction or how you will adapt to the system. And to be honest, as much as I am poor in visiting people, I will definitely be back because I really enjoyed being hosted and I really enjoyed the company of my hosts. Thank you so much, my hosts. That was, I don't know, it felt like it felt like a vacation on its own. So I am not going to share details of where I stayed, and obviously I didn't take any videos of the place that I stayed because I needed to give people space at their houses. So I think I will definitely share my different experiences while I was staying at the place, but you will not see the photos or the videos. And maybe the next place we are going to see a house or an accommodation is at our villa. So much for watching this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, kindly subscribe. If you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. See you on our next one. Bye.
I feel like